Welcome. Today, we're diving into the orbital catalyst, a powerful investment thesis centered on why Starlink's exponential rise is becoming the ultimate buy signal for US Big Tech. We are pinpointing 2026 as a critical tipping point in this narrative. Our focus is squarely on the aerospace and big tech sectors, and the recommended strategy is clear ETF accumulation. This isn't just about space, it's about a foundational shift in the global digital economy. The 2026 inflection point is driven by three interconnected forces. First, in terms of physics, SpaceX's Starship is set to shatter the historical cost barriers of space access. This isn't just an incremental improvement, it's a paradigm shift. Second, from a demographics perspective, Starlink is poised to bring an additional 3 billion new users into the global digital economy, a truly transformative expansion. And third, on the finance side, US Big Tech is uniquely positioned to instantly capture the immense ecosystem value generated by this influx of users. The core insight here is critical: smart money isn't waiting to pick individual winners in a potential Starlink IPO. Instead, it's systematically accumulating big tech ETFs today, recognizing the broader, immediate benefit. Let's delve into how Starship is breaking the gravity of cost. We are witnessing the realization of extreme economies of scale, unlike anything seen before in space. Starship isn't just a rocket, it's a financial weapon rewriting the grammar of the satellite communication market. By 2026, we anticipate Wright's Law in action: a sustained 45% annual drop in launch costs. This dramatic reduction creates an insurmountable barrier to entry, effectively blocking both terrestrial and other aerospace competitors from catching up. It's a competitive moat being built at an unprecedented scale. To illustrate this, let's compare the economics of space between the Falcon 9 era and the impending Starship 2026 era. The differences are staggering. Payload capacity jumps from 22 tons with Falcon 9 to an incredible 100 to 150 tons with Starship. More critically, the launch cost per kilogram plummets from $2,500 down to a projected $10 to $70. This nearly 99% cost reduction establishes an unassailable moat. For instance, competitors like Amazon's Project Kuiper, while ambitious, face an economically unviable challenge, effectively choking at this new, vastly lower launch cost threshold. The network impact will be equally profound, enabling mass deployment of V3 satellites, a significant leap from the V2 satellites of the Falcon 9 era. This leads us to the ultimate moat: deployment at scale. Starship's rapid, high-volume deployment capability, at a mere fraction of historical costs, paves the way for Starlink to grow from its current 2.5 million users to literally billions. This capability is underpinned by several factors. First, the hardware: we're talking about 2-ton, V3 high-performance satellites, a significant upgrade. Second, the volume: Starship can deploy an astonishing 50 to 120 satellites per single launch, which is unprecedented. And third, performance: these new satellites promise a tenfold speed improvement, achieving terrestrial fiber optic latency directly from low Earth orbit, completely transforming the user experience. This infrastructure will be key to unlocking the final 3 billion. Globally, 8 billion people exist, yet 3 billion remain disconnected due to intractable physical and terrestrial limitations. Starlink is building an invisible highway that will bring this segment of humanity into the global digital economy. It bypasses decades of traditional infrastructure development, leapfrogging conventional hurdles and connecting previously unreachable populations directly to the internet. This creates what we call the zero CAC pipeline. Starlink shoulders the massive expense of building this digital toll road, while existing big tech platform empires then collect the tolls. Consider this: 3 billion new users will gain access. The cost for big tech to reach these users? Effectively $0 on physical infrastructure. Starlink builds the gateway, and big tech ecosystems are the beneficiaries. The reward is a massive, frictionless influx of new digital consumers, ready to engage with established platforms without any upfront capital expenditure from the tech giants. Let's consider ecosystem capture: the inevitable user journey for these new digital natives. Once connected, their journey will naturally flow through established big tech platforms. Discovery will be dominated by Alphabet, through Google and YouTube, serving as the entry point for global information and video consumption. Communication will primarily happen via Meta, with WhatsApp and Instagram bridging geographical divides through instant, free communication. Commerce will see Amazon transitioning these new users into global e-commerce consumers. And finally, hardware will be led by Apple, providing the premium physical gateway, the iPhone, to experience this newly accessible digital world. Each of these companies plays a distinct, yet interconnected, role. But the story doesn't end there. We are witnessing the paradigm shift orbital data centers. Starlink is evolving far beyond simple ISP status. Built on Starship's massive payload capacity, it's becoming an orbital AI computing platform. By processing global data transit via space-based laser links, Starlink is establishing itself as a dominant big tech empire in its own right. Imagine processing autonomous driving data, high-frequency financial trades, and maritime or aviation logistics directly through in-orbit mesh processing, providing unparalleled speed and global coverage, with data barely touching the Earth until absolutely necessary. This creates a structural win-win loop that is truly unprecedented. We're observing a symbiotic ecosystem where betting on individual AI or aerospace winners becomes less critical when the entire infrastructure layer is expanding geometrically. The total economic pie is growing for everyone. This cycle begins with Starlink lowering data costs and expanding global reach. This expansion then leads to big tech monetization and AI compute demand exploding. In turn, capital cascades into tech indices, further fueling innovation and expansion. It's a powerful, self-reinforcing cycle where all major players benefit. So, what's the investment strategy? It's about riding the indices. We recommend accumulating major US Big Tech ETFs, specifically QQQ and XLK. This strategy allows you to capture the immediate upside of current platform monopolies like Apple, Google, Meta, and Amazon, as their user base expands by billions. This secures your position in their future integration. And critically, when Starlink inevitably IPOs, its massive market capitalization will instantly make it a top-weighted component of these exact same tech indices, giving you exposure without needing to time its individual public offering. This is about broad market access to guaranteed growth. In conclusion, the goal is to secure the digital expansion. The technological wave of 2026 is driven by unstoppable cost deflation in space, enabling unprecedented digital connectivity. Our advice is clear: position your capital in these structural winners. Rely on the guaranteed expansion of the digital universe to drive reliable cash flow, securing your path to long-term financial independence. This is a unique opportunity to participate in a foundational shift that will redefine global economics and connectivity.